Dear students, welcome to the Urban Geography class. This class is being held under the my YouTube channel Geographia with Rashid Faridi. Today we will discuss about the twin concepts of rural-urban dichotomy and rural-urban continuum. These terms are often interchangeably, but there is a distinction between these terms. First, we will take dichotomy. The dichotomy is the concept which divides settlements into two main types, rural and urban. You all know what settlements are. Settlement is a collection of shelters where people live and grow and work for the common goals with some code of conduct. The concept of dichotomy says that these settlements can be classified into two broad terms, rural and urban. You all know the rural settlements are those settlements where the labor force is predominantly dependent on primary activities. And the urban settlement are those settlements where more than 50% of the people, a labor force, is dependent on for their livelihood on activities other than primary. The predominantly and dependent for their livelihood are key terms here. The worker is classified in that primary activity or economic activity through which he defines himself or herself. When you ask him or her that what you do, so what he answers with his primary or main occupation, that is his occupation or her occupation. This is the dichotomy. Here the settlements, rural settlements and urban settlements. Rural settlements predominantly agriculturalists are predominantly having primary activities, and urban settlements with the diversification of economy other than primary activities, predominantly other than primary activities. Distinct. These rural settlements and urban settlements are distinct entities. It cannot be this and it cannot be this. There is a clear distinction between these settlements. Rural are different settlements and urban are different settlements. Now we come to the concept of continuum. Now we can see that dividing line between rural and urban are being blurred. Every settlement has some characteristics of ruralism and some characteristics of urbanism. Suppose there is a big city. You start from there and go to outside the city, go to the region outside the city. Here it is predominantly urban. Diversification of economy is there. There are many activities, there are services. As you go to far to the from the city, you will notice that urban characteristics are diminishing, of diversity is weakening, diversification is weakening, and ruralism comes into the play. So, on this note, if you go from urban to rural, urbanism is decreasing and ruralism is increasing. And vice versa, if you start from the rural area and go to start traveling to urban settlement, then urbanism is increasing with the distance, with the approaching city, and ruralism is decreasing. Diversification of economy and other sectors of economy are growing strong other than agriculture. And so this is the concept of urbanism and ruralism. Now we can have some more discussion. This is the broad concept. You can understand. Rural-urban continuum is the merging of town and village. The concept is a term used in recognition of the fact that there is rarely, either physically or socially, a sharp division, a clearly marked boundary between the two, with one part of the population wholly urban, the other wholly rural, as we have discussed, that these are distinct settlements. The characteristics of these two modes of living are represented by two concepts, namely ruralism and urbanism. Ruralism signifies the rural mode of living in which there is predominance of traditions, customs, and folk culture and joint family. On the other hand, urbanism signifies the urban mode of living in which there is predominance of impersonal relations, individualism, and secondary associations. Urban way of life is becoming more predominant day by day. There is also a danger of increasing slums with increasing urbanization as big cities are expanding fast. There is a danger of urban realm turning in slums according to trends. In India, India and South Asia, this is a very real danger. The rural social world is different from the urban social world. There is a valid distinction between village and city in terms of two different ways of life, cultural patterns, socio-cultural groupings, and modes of earning and livelihood. The village is considered a basic unit of settlement. It doesn't mean that urban systems are not basic. They are basic too. It doesn't mean that there were rural settlements and they led to the urban settlements. There were some urban settlements to start with also, like Pearl culture villages were urban settlements. However, there are also structural similarities between the two with regard to the patterns of caste, kinship, rules of marriages, observance of religious practices, migration, educational institutions, employment opportunities, and administration are the other institutional sources of linkages between these villages and cities. Education, for example, is becoming transnational in nature as we are moving towards a knowledge society. We have come a long way from Guru Shishya Parampara days. Thus, villages and towns cannot be seen simply as dichotomous entities. They are interlinked and yet distinct from each other. They are interlinked. There is rural-urban linkages. Actually, human settlement is manifestation of human interaction with his environment. As the environment is, as the social processes are, they interact with each other, and the resultant milieu is resultant. The continuum theory lays emphasis on the rural-urban differences rather than on the rural-urban dichotomy. Irrespective of the course of evolution, distinction can be drawn between rural and urban way of life. Official classification should be treated with caution. For example, a large proportion of settlement classed as rural in China and India would fall within the urban category if they use the criteria and population threshold adopted by many other countries. Given the size of the population of these two countries, this would significantly increase the overall population of urban residents in Asia and the world. So, we are more urbanized, rather, we think we are. We are more organized. There are pockets of urban systems in rural surroundings. You can see at the outskirts of the city everywhere, at least in Indian cities. So these are two classifications, two concepts: rural urban dichotomy and rural urban continuum. Now the dichotomy is changing into the continuum. We can see it everywhere. Hope you understand the terms and the distinction between these two terms. We will discuss wider connotations of these in next classes. Bye for that. You can give me feedback on my blog, Rashid's blog, the address of which is rashidfaridi.com, for details. You can search there and give some feedback for the further classes. And if you want more videos coming up, then subscribe the YouTube channel Geographia with Rashid Faridi. Thank you.